All right, Coach, let's talk a little bit about last weekend first. You opened it up down at Southeastern. Ended up going 1-3, but I know we talked so close to
Yeah.
winning a couple of those extra inning games. I guess just talk about a little bit about what you saw in a competition with your kids.
Well, first of all, it was great to be able to play somebody else and see some of the things we needed to see. There's just some things you don't know about a team, who can do what, under what type of pressure, what type of situation. We went 1-3, but two of the losses were in extra innings, and so you just start learning those people and places and things that need to happen or shouldn't happen, and you start making adjustments from there. So we really saw a lot of fight in our team. We really saw a lot of high character moments. We saw a lot of great individual efforts. We just have to start finding a way to piece those together till it makes a complete game, so that we find a way to win that extra inning game as opposed to losing that extra inning game.
What would you say was probably the biggest pleasant surprise to you, and what was maybe the thing that you realized I'm going to work on the most?
Well, Michelle Jones was, I knew she was good, but it was really nice seeing her not just be good, but be dominant. I think she threw 17 innings and had a .4 ERA and was just absolutely, and nobody really squared up the ball, but maybe one or two times against her. And so that was above expectation level. Our other pitchers struggled, which was probably below expectation level. So we'll continue to work with them, and sometimes you never know if it's a bad day at the office or if indeed it is, a pattern. So we'll give them some continued guidance and see if we can't make some steps forward this weekend.
You had a lot of freshmen that played a lot last weekend. Just talk a little bit about what you saw for some of your newcomers.
Sure. Courtney and Anna both did very well defensively. I think there was maybe one or two errors between them, but in 4 games for 2 freshmen, especially one at the hot corner and one at shortstop, I'll take that. They learned and grew and got better and better. And then, we had some Kristen Miles struggled day 1. So we were really excited to see what she did day 2. Was this going to be a freshman struggle, or would she bounce back? And instead she goes, maybe 1 for 6 or 7 on day 1, but then turns around and goes like 3 for 5 or 6 on day 2. So much better output. And so watching the growth of those girls and then watching the continued development of our team as a whole is exciting.
This weekend you head down to Lake Charles. You'll play 5 games in 3 days. Probably not quite the competition that maybe you saw last week, and McNeese is going to be very good, and then you'll have some other teams that I'm sure will challenge you, but I imagine still at this point it's all about your team. You're not so much worried about who's wearing the other uniform.
No, absolutely. I mean, we need to execute. We've got to work on what we need to do to get better. Competition level is fine. It's fine that it's a little less. It's fine if it's a little more. We're okay with that. We need to keep executing what we do, and as we do that, then we'll be able to execute it against even higher quality opponents. Of course, McNeese almost beat one of top 10 UCLA. They did beat Arizona State and Oregon last year. I mean, they are a really scrappy team. Houston Baptist comes in, but it'll be some of their first games. I think they may have played last night, but haven't checked out those scores yet. But they play this weekend for their first opening weekend, and for the other 2 teams, it's their opening weekend. So, we'll learn a little bit more, about us, and then we just let them do what they need to do.
Talk a little bit about maybe what your game plan is for your pitchers this weekend.
Well, we want to give some other opportunities out. I mean, as well as Michelle did, we're not going to ride her every game this season. So Jana's going to get another moment or 2 to perform, and of course, Aaron Kip will get several innings, and then hopefully they'll step up and answer that bell and be what we think they're capable of being, and then we'll go from there. And then, of course, in 2 more weeks we get Mel back, and that'll add an additional arm to that lineup.
And then offensively, what do you hope to see maybe that you didn't see last week?
Consistency. And hitting the ball hard. We put together a lot of hits, but there were a lot of singles. So I'd like to see some power added back in the lineup, and that means driving the ball. I think we made good contact with the ball. We just didn't drive the ball. I think if they'll step up and really square that ball up and look to not just get a hit, but look to really drive it and get a quality swing on a quality pitch, you'll watch our power numbers jump back up to what they're capable of being.